Listen, folks, the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off of their bye in Week 5, have not lost since coming off their bye in Week 5. And as the Lions haven't lost since Week 2, losing at home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and taking the driver's seat. See what I did? The Detroit driver's seat?
Well done.
Oh, I'm just on fire.
We're just starting, folks.
That the Lions have taken the driver's seat position, pole position, for that one seat in the NFC, clearly the class of the NFC, and waiting to see who's going to actually join the Lions in that fight. Green Bay had a shot before its bye, but the Lions slapped them around like Mike Tyson at a Jake Paul press conference.
Look at you.
Come on, this is Rich Eisen right here, guys.
Man.
I'm on fire!
Masterclass this morning.
And,
A lyrical lexicon right here.
you know, looking over in the NFC West and your higher register with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And maybe the Niners get healthy. Christian McCaffrey's back. The Falcons were putting some wins together, and then they go to New Orleans, and they got Valdez Scantlinged. And we're waiting for another one to just throw their hat in the ring. The Vikings, right, had that right there in front of them when the Lions went into their house, and they lost that one. You don't want to lose division games at home. That's my long-winded setup for saying there is now somebody sitting shotgun to the Lions in that car, racing for the 1 seed in the NFC, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles' defense is really cooking, and I'm starting with them first because that's part of the reason why we were talking about a 2-2 team not being all of that. Because Saquon was doing Saquon things in their 2-2 start, and so was Jalen Hurts. That defense was not doing what we've seen over the last few weeks. Jalen Carter on your screen, GAM.
Beast.
Grown.
Beast.
Ass man. I mean, that fourth down play where the Commanders inexplicably went for it instead of taking the field goal to go up one in the fourth quarter, he blew that thing straight up, right from the middle. And Zach Bond, who leaped on the scene in week 1 in Brazil by coming to the Eagles and going all over the lot, he had 14 combined tackles last night. Nakobe Dean, kid from Georgia. Eagles fans have been waiting to see what he can do. Picked off Trevor Lawrence to stick aside a Jaguar threat a couple of weeks ago. And last night, 10 tackles combined. Reed Blankenship with an interception and 10 tackles combined. I do have to, though, talk about the kids in the secondary. That Cooper DeJean has really helped solidify things. But there is a star in the making, and I believe the defensive rookie of the year resides in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This kid, Quinyon Mitchell, okay, 22nd overall, Eagles grab him, and they had a choice of any corner. No corners had gone by this point in the draft in Detroit. Terrion Arnold went to Detroit after him. But this kid, Quinyon Mitchell, let me do the math for you here. And I shouldn't be doing math on live TV. I should have done it beforehand, but I'll do it. It's very easy. 20 targets. That's all his men in coverage have received since the bye. You look at Quinyon Mitchell's stat line, it's clean. There's hardly a damn thing on it.
Yeah, I heard a stat last night that Terry McLaurin, who's been dominating, 20 routes run, 0 targets.
This kid
with
is
Quinyon guarding him.
Killing it.
Yeah.
And that back end leads to the front end. And that's what Warren Sapp would always say, front end and back end doing it together. That's part of the reason why the Eagles have not lost and are doing what they're doing, because they kept Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin down, even when the offense, or at least they kept them within striking distance when the offense was struggling. In the wins the Eagles have had on offense, it's a game where either Hurts is doing it or Saquon is doing it. There are games where they do it together, but there are games when the offense is not clicking and Saquon saves the day. And last night was one of those moments because Jake Elliott was missing kicks and extra points all over the spot, all over the lot. The Eagles were doing their damn thing on Jaden Daniels, despite one touchdown drive that looked very nice in the first half. And then the fourth quarter hits. And Saquon, number 26, is like, I got this. Could have had 3 touchdowns, ran it down to the 1. Prime Video's coverage was fun. T-Man was all over that. I'm one of my favorite producers in the business with Al and Kirk and the gang. They had a nice shot of him smiling because he knew when he was down at the 1, this was Jalen Hurts' tush-push touchdown. He was just, he wasn't getting it. But don't worry, Saquon had more left in him. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.